Hey there, crafters! Today we're going to make a Galentine's Day card for my best friend using Honeybee's new Gal Pal stamp set and Fluttering Hearts die stencil. Let's get to it! Come on! First thing I did was take an A2 sized white 120-pound card front from Simon Says Stamp, taped it to Honeybee's pierced fluttering heart die, and ran it through my big shot machine. The result was a flawless dotted heart pattern, but it needed some pizzazz. Next, I prepped the card front for an ink blend of Distress Oxides over Honeybee's Fluttering Heart stencil. This stencil comes in a 2-pack of small and large hearts. Today, I am using the small set. I started with worn lipstick on the corners, being very careful to not push too hard onto the stencil so it would not lift and ruin the pattern. It is very easy to mess up while moving the brush around if you're pushing down too firmly. I followed that up with fired brick, filling in the remaining white areas and lightly over the areas where it met the worn lipstick for a well-blended contrast. Be sure to start your blends over the edge of the paper and tilting your brush so you can use all the ink that's left on the bristles. Once done, I lifted the stencil off very carefully to make sure my pattern did not smudge, and I removed the guiding tape. Next, I whipped out my MISTI tool and picked out the stamp I wanted to use. This stamp is perfect for my card since Javon, my best friend, has short curly hair and I have long wavy hair. I used another piece of Simon Says Stamp's 120-pound cardstock and used Lawn Fawn's jet black ink for the impression. Both the jet black ink and Simon Says Stamp cardstock are Copic friendly, which is how we're going to color in the image. Because the stamp has crisp details, I made 2 impressions to get a bolder outline. I even used my ink pad to press firmly down onto the paper to make sure I got out all the ink I could. Perfect. Then I got to coloring in my hair, since it would definitely be the most challenging section to do. This was actually the first time I'm coloring in hair, and I was a bit intimidated. I'm not a professional by any means, so I figured if I did the hair first and messed it up, I wouldn't be wasting too much of my time or my ink. I used the E30s family, specifically E33, E35, and E37, being sure to follow the waves closely to determine where the shadows and highlight should be. I filled in the darkest shadow areas using E59 and continued blending until the depth deepened and all lines were smoothed out. For Javon's hair, I used random reds since she dyes her hair very frequently. It's always this crazy mix of bright and dark reds, but it fits her style and personality to the T. I started using R29 over the curls, just going over the outlines. Then I moved on to RV29 as a mid-color. And then I colored the rest in with R24 for highlight. And I ended by using R59 to create that dimension in her curls. It's not the best, but it's definitely close to what her real hair looks like. For the skin, I started by using E31 for the outline. I couldn't find my E00, so I used one of my Cali Art alcohol markers, which I bought off of Amazon. I used those to practice blending. I moved on to E21 for a base color, and then I finished it off with E13 in the folds and crevices. Not bad if I do say so myself. I then ran it through my die cut machine to get the image ready for placement onto my card front. I didn't get to capture this part on video, but I did die cut a piece of red felt using Lawn Fawn's Lacy Heart large die, and also cut Lawn Fawn's 110-pound cardstock in raspberry using their outside and stitched heart stackable die. I adhered them together using my new Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I just got this in today and I'm already in love with it. For a sweet touch, I offset the positioning so the felt lace was slightly over the edge. To make sure it was secure, I applied pressure with a brayer. It's better to be safe than sorry. I propped up my image using 1-inch foam tape cut into smaller pieces for better coverage. I got two 50-foot rolls for only $14 on Amazon. That was a steal. Next, I die cut the phrase BFF from Honeybee's Be Bold alphabet set using Accent Opaque's 120-pound white cardstock. This is the cardstock I've been using for years for craft projects. I also used Park Lane's 6x6 holographic cardstock, which I got for less than $2 at Joann. This is going to show you that you can have an amazing design using relatively inexpensive materials. That shine is insanely beautiful. After playing around with the positioning, I found a layout I liked and glued my letters on one at a time. For a sentiment, I stamped the phrase, "You're my forever Galentine" from the Gal Pals stamp set on black cardstock. It is exactly the message I want to get across. Javon and I have been best friends since 3rd grade, so it already feels like forever. With some added embellishments, I was able to finally finish this gorgeous card. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This is Glenda Lees with Made by Glenda, once again reminding you to craft happiness. See you soon! If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to this channel to get notifications on future videos.